Namaste everyone, love from India. I'm very happy to be here today with you and my heart, my winged heart. It's such a blessing to me to have this heart. This heart means so much. I got it in Mexico many years ago, and somehow it made it all the way with me to India, in all these crazy last 3 years where I've been like back and forth from my country, and this heart was meant to be with me. So when I see it, I just feel this deep gratitude because I love Mexico so much. Mexico is a culture and a place that I really feel like India, and it's always in my heart. To all my Mexican friends, mucho amor, everybody. So today we're going to speak about a little story, and I am sitting in satsang every day with a beautiful teacher who is right now in Rishikesh. He's a Advaita Vedanta teacher. This teacher speaks of union, and not only speaks about union and love, and he transmits that, and for me in this moment is such a blessing just to be able to have a couple of hours every day with him, and being also in the company of souls that are in the same awareness. Let's say I would not use the word in the same search. It's more like in this awareness of connecting with someone that lives in that space of presence. So he was telling us today about these two birds. And these two birds live in this tree, and one of the birds is always busy. One of these birds is always stressed, and it's always even angry, and is doing the chores and flying in and out and bringing the food to the baby birds, and it doesn't even have one moment to stop and just take a breath. It's like super fast and in a way disconnected from his true essence. And then there's this other bird. This other bird is simply there. He's watching his friend, and he's watching the tree and the leaves, and he's feeling the branch, and he's also observing the clouds and the sky and what is happening, and he's feeling his breath and what is going on with these birds. So we are both these birds, and usually when we come to yoga or our spiritual practice, we have been living in that first bird mode for so long, and we are either exhausted, or we are hopeless, or we are absolutely depressed. We can even be sick. And through our practice and through our ritual, how I call my yoga practice, and through the presence of our teachers, we start understanding that we don't have to live that life from that mode anymore. And there's another way to perceive life and to perceive who we are also. And we call it the witness. The awareness that, yes, we may be still involved in the world and have relationships and pursue our career and travel and have houses and have cars and everything, but that we can take 2 steps back and observe ourselves first. Our Ashtanga practice can be done from the first bird, and I did it many years, and I was just go throw my rug, do all the series, and then keep going and just take the kids to the school, and then go teach my class, and then go shopping, and then prepare the lunch, and then go pick up the kids. It was endless. It was crazy. I was actually in this loop, like the hamster. And sometimes it takes a big tragedy for us to just step back for a moment from all this drama and say, oh my God, wait a moment. Do I want to keep living my life like that? This is cruel. This is insane, and something needs to change. Sometimes this happens because life brings us the opportunity to step back and say, this is too crazy, this is too much pain. I need to take a moment and take a pause and really observe if I want to keep going in this crazy bird mode. Or this can also happen because we meet a realized teacher, and these teachers, they exude in their vibration this place, this space. And just by the way they walk, by the way they speak, by the way they smile, and just being in their presence is a reminder for us to just slow down. And slow down and go into this second bird awareness, the awareness of the witness, of observing our lives, like taking a moment to just say, oh my God, look at my life. It's been such a roller coaster. And I have been so identified with the roller coaster, up and down, up and up and up and up, that I never actually took a moment to stop and say, is this real? And usually when this happens to us, or when a teacher helps us go into that state of presence, we understand that we have been actually hurting ourselves and being very aggressive. And there's no human mind that can take that for too many years. At one point, we will all break down. Either our body breaks down, our psyche breaks down, our hearts break down, something, because it simply is like a automatic pilot, doing everything and not even asking ourselves, why are we doing this? And this can also happen with our yoga practice. We can just go in the automatic pilot and we're doing our practice, but we're not really breathing, we're not really feeling, we're not really understanding what practice is about. We just do it like a physical fitness thing. The practice itself has the breathing, and the breathing is going to start calming our mind and our thoughts. And once the mind is calmer, once the thoughts are more like stable, then we understand there's a deeper reality where we don't identify with the thoughts or the emotions anymore, and where we can just be, not do, just be. And that's the second bird. The second bird is just there. He's relishing, the tree, the air. He's just like, and actually the second bird is inside the first bird. But the first bird has been going so fast all his life that he has never had a chance to feel what is deep inside of him, of her. So this awareness that we can take a pause every day and go within and even take a few minutes, a few moments, just to see and observe how we feel, who we are, if we're going in this fast mode pace, or if we can just say, okay, I have a full day today, but first I'm going to connect to my true essence, to my witness, and understand that whatever I do in the world, it may be fruitful or it may not, but the same, I am going to do it with awareness and non-attachment. And in that state of presence, life is going to start feeling less painful, less contradictory. We can still go into the world and do everything we need to do, but we are in a way detached from the results of our actions. And our mind becomes like a calm mirror where we can actually see who we are before taking an action. And this awareness is a way into our deeper self. And our deeper self has always been there. We had just been too busy, or too stressed, or too angry, or too arrogant, or entitled, or any of the poisons of the mind. We have been entangled in this identification with something that is temporary. And once that moment comes in our life, boom, it happens sometimes just because life just, throw us one that is like too much, and we just necessarily need to step back and say, oh my God, what is this? It also happens because we are blessed with the presence of a guru, of a teacher that embraces us in that vibration. And being close to one of these beings is an experience of so much love and so much peace. And it just gets into our cells. It's a vibration that they carry with them. Here in India, we're blessed with this presence of masters, and in the West we're moving so fast. We are actually geared and educated to be the first bird. And here in India, no. Here in India, it's different. You know, we take things from another perspective. We want to be more connected to our deeper reality. And once we can understand that witness, even the witness can be witnessed. Because everything that comes and goes, but we don't go with that. It's like we are observing, and at the same time, who is observing that witness? And that's a very important question. It's like when you have a knife, you know, and the knife can cut many things, but the knife cannot cut itself. And I posted a quote from Rumi yesterday. It's like, and this teacher was referring to this beautiful poem, is when we realize that we have always been knocking from the inside, and we think God is somewhere, and it's actually so close to us, and so connected to that endless field of awareness, that space that is not only what holds our physical body, our mind, our thoughts and everything, but it's also us. This infinite love, this infinite intelligence that it's making our body, you know, have all the chemistry so we can stay alive, that is making our heart beats and our mind thinks. So the way from doing to the state of presence is something that must be experienced. And as I said, we can do our yoga practice for many, many years expecting this to happen, and it will never happen, or we can just have this moment of boom. And usually this is facilitated by a teacher, by a realized teacher. So I'm very grateful to be able to have this time in India for my own connection to that space. I was living such a fast-paced life all my life since I was a kid. I was always like in piano lessons and gymnastics and ballet, and then doing and going and yeah, you know, then university, then jobs and children, like, and I never actually had the time to know who I was. And when life pulls you and says, you know, enough, come inside. You know, this is the only place where you can understand what your life is about, who you really are and who you are not. And I'm supremely grateful now for this opportunity. Even though the events that led to this awareness have not been easy to digest. I can only say that the state of presence is something that will be nurtured by our practice, our sadhana. A practice done in devotion for truth, in devotion for love, and in devotion for our guidance, for our teachers. And it comes sometimes it just disappears and we are completely lost again, and then we have this little spark again, and then it just gets like covered by all these feelings, but it's always there. This treasure is always there for us to fall into. And the more we search and look forward to it, the more she or he or it will respond to us. This background of love and bliss and pure, intelligent energy. That is who we are also. Thank you.